What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. All right, Jeremy Corbell just recently went on MSNBC to talk about a new UFO video that him and George Knapp released that I made a video about. I'll put a link in the description so you can go check that out. But they basically talk about this new UFO video. But it was during this conversation that Jeremy Corbell decided to drop a major bombshell. All right, Vetters, please hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every week about the UFO phenomenon, and I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Let's make that happen. All right, we'll get to that bombshell. But first, here's Jeremy and the host of this MSNBC show talking about this new UFO video that just got released.
A little bit of a closer look. This is a freeze frame. This is with some boosted contrast of what appears to be a disc-shaped object captured back in 2020, possibly somewhere over Afghanistan, Pakistan, the border there. Roll the video here. Jeremy says that this was filmed by some sort of asset, DOD asset, and forward-looking infrared shot from above looking down, and was, according to Corbell, the U.S. Air Force describing this object as possibly navigating through the clouds. There's no heat signature that you can see here. Nothing you would expect for a normal aircraft as it dips its way through. We're told the Pentagon logged it as a UAP, but so far it has not appeared on the Aero public list. That office tracking this stuff, whose official response to our request for comment was, quote, "We have nothing to offer." So Jeremy Corbell is the host of the podcast Weaponized. He joins us on set. Jeremy, good to see you. Welcome back.
Good to see you, man.
All right, so getting into this, navigating through the clouds, like, I hate to even bring this up, but that sounds a lot like Jordan Peele wrote it in Nope, right? That's what we saw a little bit in Nope. What's going on here? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so for a couple years of investigating this footage, right, making sure it's authentic, where it came from, that was the running joke, was that it looks like the movie Nope. What we're seeing here that's different than ever before, you know that I've obtained and released with George Knapp thermal videos of UAP. Now, our government has admitted some of what we've put out. They've admitted their UAP. I'll tell you this, I'm not saying it. That was in the original footage. It says UAP navigating through clouds. They called it a disc. I'm not even calling it a disc, but what you're seeing is first shape. I have never seen in all UFO history, when it comes out of military, an actual circular form. It was amazing to me. The second is the movement. When you see it make an abrupt turn from your left to your right when you're watching it. And the third thing that really was astonishing to me, this is in thermal. There is no heat signature of traditional propulsion. It is a perfect looking disc. Maybe it's an orb. I don't know, but I do know this. Our Air Force passively captured it. Then they said that this is a UAP. It is still designated a UAP. So when George and I obtain and release these, it's so the public can see. We're hoping to do a little bit of the job that we're not seeing with folks from Aero.
Now, it does say AI enhanced. There, it looks like there's some artifacting around it. What is the actual video, and what is possible artifacts from trying to boost the contracts and see what's going on here?
So we did an analysis of the video, but what I did was make sure to put out the original things that George and Knapp and I obtained. So you see it clearly says video 1, video 2, video 3. Our own government, because they've been studying this in the intelligence community since 2020, they did a sort of rudimentary, I would say, kind of highlighting or enhancement of it. And that's why you see like a white ring around it.
It's 2020 enhancement. This is like pre-ChatGPT, pre-AI revolution here.
So what we did was we went in there just so people could see it better. We make it very clear, AI enhanced, because it changes the shape. It's a perfect sphere or a perfect circle, depending on angle of observation when you watch it. So what we did was heighten contrast, and we also made sure that you could see as it goes into the clouds. We punched in. So the military videos are the ones that are black and white. The ones that we tried to enhance so people could just see a little bit better of shape and movement is kind of more blue.
All right, don't worry. We're getting to this bombshell that Jeremy Corbell revealed. But I do want to comment a little bit on this UFO video. I think I mentioned it in my other video. It's not, in my opinion, it's not perfectly round or circular. There's moments in the video where it just kind of squeezes oval shape. It literally changes, and it's not perfectly circle. So, you know, or pardon me, perfectly round, right? So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Why does it change shape like that? So I don't know. Maybe Jeremy could add some context there. Maybe I'm not seeing the video right. I don't know. But in the enhanced videos they show, it does change shape into a more oval, right? So anyway, let's jump to this revelation bombshell from Jeremy Corbell. Now, I do want to give a special shout out to UAP James on Twitter for making me aware of this. If you really want to follow an account on Twitter and just get, UFO news kind of up to date, no real, it doesn't add a lot of opinion to it, which honestly I find kind of refreshing. Just puts the stuff out and that's it. So I'll put a link in the description to his Twitter account if you want to follow that. So anyway, let's jump in to this second clip here, the last part where Jeremy does reveal something I think we're all either going to be excited about or disappointed. Take a look.
And it's circular, and this is looking down at Earth, so you're looking at the clouds. Like, is there a chance that this is just a balloon?
Right. So if you look at the movement and you look at wind, and this is why we put it out to the detectives online, but our military doesn't think so. Our military called it a disc. Our intelligence community has been at this since 2020. Now, look, when assets like this get out to journalists like me and George, we're not experts at this, but we know and can report that our military calls this UAP, like every piece of footage we've put out. It's fascinating, man, and I think this rides on a much bigger and more important topic, which is that there are whistleblowers, and there are 3 who have confirmed to me, firsthand whistleblowers, that they will testify under oath publicly at Congress. Congress needs to respond to this video. It is time for them to respond to this, because I have people that are willing to testify at the next congressional hearing on UAP.
Yeah, whether people like it or not, you have become the conduit for so many of these videos here. The military, to us, the DOD is like, we have nothing to offer on this, and yet we don't see it on the Arrow website. What part of this would be classified? Like, why wouldn't this be listed?
I am not qualified to assess that kind of answer. I don't know. But what I do know is that every time that George Knapp and we obtain and release footage, it is funny how Arrow then puts out something that looks similar, but it is not similar. Why don't you just put it out to the American public? I'm actually asking them to do so. They should do so, just like all the videos that George Knapp and I obtained and released. And when they do put stuff out, a lot of times what they do is they just take what was already publicly available, like the Tic Tac UAP. And you might remember I released a Tic Tac UAP from 2023. This is ongoing, man.
So I don't know if you caught it there, but Jeremy said he has 3, can't even get my fingers up, 3 first-hand whistleblowers ready to come forward and testify at the next hearing. The real question is, what does first-hand mean? Is it that they've seen videos like this, in a setting, or they've seen the craft firsthand? I really would like that, distinguished, right? Which is it? They touched a craft? What does firsthand witness mean? Is it they had an encounter with one, but there's no evidence, but they have a story? Again, they laid their hand on the craft. They touched an alien body. I think more than anything, I think we should move away from UFOs and just focus on the bodies, because there is no, UFOs are so easy to misidentify. They're literally called unidentified flying objects, right? Or unidentified anomalous phenomena. Unidentified, meaning it could be anything. But bodies, that's a lot different. There's no unidentified flying bodies. That doesn't exist, right? Like UFBs. So I really wish we would focus on bodies and people who have interacted with these bodies, because that's a lot less like, oh, are you sure it wasn't a human? Some of that's there for sure, but a lot easier to determine. Alien from human, but flying objects, it really is hard to distinguish, right? Between that. So, because humans are pretty much one way. So anything outside of that one way is easier to identify, but flying objects are so many different shapes, sizes, colors, this, that, the other, right? It definitely becomes hard considering the literally billions, I'm not joking, billions of objects that fly through the sky on a yearly basis. could be on a daily basis. I remember talking to Avi Loeb about that, right? When you consider birds in there, there are so many things flying around in our atmosphere, right? But that's why I wish we would focus on alien bodies. First-hand witnesses to alien bodies. That's who we want to testify. But hopefully we'll hear more information about these three whistleblowers who are ready to come forward and what their stories are. I wonder if they've already... Are they unknowns or they're knowns that haven't testified yet? Does that make sense? Like they're known out in the community. They've told their story. They just haven't testified yet. So that would be interesting to know. And is Matthew Brown one of them? Now, Jeremy has a little bit more to say because in his mind, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
And I'll tell you one last thing about this. This is the tip of the iceberg. What you're seeing here. George Knapp and I are committed to reporting on our best evidence, and you're seeing a part of that now.
No, that means that you got more. That means that there's other stuff. I know you well enough to...
I hope that the world gets to see more, better, diverse footage. I am not in absolute control of how the world receives things, but as a journalist, I am going to fight to get as much out as humanly possible.
Got it. And real quick, what's the update on Capitol Hill? Like, sometimes it seems like there's progress being made towards some sort of disclosure. Next thing you know, it's completely forgotten. No one's talking about it, and it seems like it's fallen off the radar. Like, when are we going to get answers?
It has not fallen off the radar. So Representative Luna has a task force. Representative Burleson is being vocal. Representative Burchett is fighting the fight to get transparency on UAP because UFOs are real and they show us something. They demonstrate a technology that we cannot replicate. Even Arrow has to admit that. So the American public wants to know, are we going to have hearings? And I'll tell you this, man, I have constant talks on a weekly basis with everybody organizing, including David Grush, who still works in government as a whistleblower now. He got a job working with UAP task force or whatever they're calling it now. There will be more hearings. If they have courage, there will be more hearings. And I have 3 first-hand witnesses that they can put up to testify.
All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next video. Remember to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.